Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Today I'm joined by a very special guest, David Sear, the CEO of Techware. Thanks for joining us, Dave.
Thanks, Trent. Glad to be here.
The reason I've called you in is because I want to talk a little bit about data breach, in particular human error. Now, it's still around, it's still a hot topic, and I'm just wondering why it's still so prevalent.
Well, I think part of the reason is because technology hasn't really caught up with human error. It hasn't really come up with this solution where when your data is leaked to protect the business around that. So traditionally, when you look at a situation where a data has left the company, it could be an email that's forwarded to someone or it could be on someone's cloud somewhere. The response from the IT department to the business has always been, well, once the data's on the internet, I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, so it's like a shrug of the shoulders. It's too late.
Yeah, that's right.
So what's happened now is that there's a change that can be taken back, the control can be given back to the business?
Yeah, well, that's what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about how we actually nip that in the bud. So to talk about how we solve the problem, let's look at two scenarios. You've got a user who has unwittingly put files out on the internet. And that could be your typical email forward to someone, that one will forward to someone, and it just spreads. Or it could be that person not realizing that they've actually put data in the cloud, where they sync their iPhone to the computer and then suddenly it's on their cloud storage and Dropbox and all these share within Dropbox and things like that. You start to lose control where the file is. So that's been the challenge. Number one, for the staff who has unwittingly store their files across the internet.
So that's the challenge. What's the solution? How do we...
Well, the solution for that is actually People-Centric Security. So what we actually put in place is a situation where we now have visibility over the files no matter where they are. So an example would be, let's look at one single file that's the most important file to the business that it can't fall into the wrong hands. And you can see the life of the file, where it is. It's gone to Dropbox, it's forwarded to this person, forwarded to that person, and it might even fall into the wrong hands. Having that visibility gives the IT department the opportunity to teach that person what they should and should not do, so it's a training opportunity. But then if you see the file actually gone to the wrong hands, you now have the ability to control that data. You can put some attributes around that data where if it falls into the wrong hands, that person will not be able to read that file until that file rings back home and authenticates that person to that file. If that person can't authenticate themselves, they'll never be able to read that file. What's very exciting about this is now IT can not only just control the data within the company asset, but IT can actually say to the business, we can actually control your data anywhere. So the organisation now has the confidence that data protection is protected across the world.
Wow, okay, that answers my question. Thank you for joining us, Dave. I appreciate it. And thank you out there for watching.
Thank you, Trent. Thank you.